What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Scyushi, and today we're going to be talking about in Genshin Impact, should you roll for Sayu, which is going to end up being the new 4-star character from Inazuma that is in the Yoimiya banner. I might end up rolling for her just because I don't want to end up hitting my pity, but I don't really think that I'm that close to it on the character banner because most of all I'm waiting for the next character banner in the next update, which we'll talk about in another video. Next week we're going to end up having the developer live stream, which is going to talk about the next update, so then I can go into a lot more detail with the other characters. But in short, there's going to end up being Sayu as this kind of short little ninja Anemo healer. She also is a Claymore character, which is hilarious because it's one of these little chibi characters. So she's actually got some really unique abilities, and some of them seem to be like kind of the funnest. She seems like a meme character, but we'll get into that. So Sayu can turn into a Fufu wind wheel when with her elemental skill, dealing Anemo damage to enemies, and she will unleash a Fufu whirlwind kick at the end of this skill, which deals AoE Anemo damage. So quite literally, she turns into a ball and rolls around, and it just seems like a ton of fun. Holding the skill button will keep her rolling as she uses her elemental skill, and will also unleash a Fufu whirlwind kick at the end that is stronger than just tapping the ability. So that's just using her elemental skill. Her elemental burst, her ultimate, will summon the Muji Muji Daruma, which can either restore a character's HP or attack enemies based on circumstances. Additionally, extra orbs, blah, blah, blah. Another thing, too, that I really want to mention before we get started with today is in her talents. One of the big reasons why a lot of people, myself included, were super interested in her is because of this passive ability right here, which basically makes it so that random animals in the environment, more specifically crystal flies, are not supposed to fly away when you get near them. However, I have already seen people's frustrated reports stating that this only has one crystal fly stop in place and all the other ones still act as normal and just float away. I don't know if that's a bug. I personally feel like it is, and they should fix it because otherwise that sucks. Why would I want to just claim one crystal fly instead of just freezing all of them around? Because the whole point is she's supposed to be like a sneaky ninja, right? Anyways, let's get into her abilities. So Claymore character, and as you can see, pretty cool. Her lore is kind of neat too. I just personally think so, where she basically says, yeah, I would not be able to lift this greatsword if she wasn't using Anemo to help her do so. You can see that the greatsword is, I mean, is that smaller than most other characters? Probably. But either way, I just think that she is absolutely hilarious. She's got some cool abilities as well. And if we do her tap E ability, it's just going to be that little quick roll and then the kick. But then there's also going to end up being the hold version of it, which, I mean, you can kind of steer around like nobody's business, dude. It's no problem. I don't know, like, how long can we even do this? We can actually jump out of it, which actually canceled the kick, which is kind of interesting. I guess you could just use that as a sprint. Oh god, now I really want to wish for her because I'm really curious if this is going to work with Rosaria's movement speed boost at night and also combined with a second Anemo character in our party, because it looks like she can just do this infinitely, and it's probably the same speed. Okay, so it's not infinite. It's probably the same speed as Mona or Ayaka's sprint, if not slightly faster. Either way, it is absolutely adorable and I love it, and I'm definitely going to end up wishing for this character. But anyways, we can roll back and forth through all the enemies, which just cause insane amounts of Anemo damage, as you can see. Good god. Or you can end up using the kick. Her ultimate ability is going to throw that little guy down right there, which again is going to either damage enemies or heal depending on the circumstances. Some of her constellations are going to change that. It seems like just holding her E is insanely overpowered, because I'm moving fast enough that most enemies aren't going to end up being able to hit me in the first place, right? And it's just, she seems to also gain infusion, the same as Kazuha does, if you guys ended up catching that, where we were rolling around, but we also ended up expunging electro damage at the end. So can I actually grab one of these guys? Yeah, and now I actually have pyro damage going through me. So I can use it to slowly melt this guy's shield, who cannot even hit me, by the way, because I'm just rolling around him so freaking fast. Good god, this is like one of the stupidest characters in the entire game. I love it, and I have to get this character just because of how adorable it is, and it's just a meme character, dude. Like, I can't... like, I knew this character was gonna be fun, but Jesus, I didn't know she was gonna be that fun. So I think it goes with no question that I really like this character and recommend that you wish for her, but it's entirely up to you. So anyways, they have her with a Favonius Greatsword. You could end up using alternative options and stuff like that, but generally speaking, yeah, having the energy recharge is probably going to be good for her because technically speaking, she's actually a healer. Where is the way that her healing abilities end up scaling? So if I'm not mistaken, there's someone more capable. Here we go. When Sayu triggers a swirl reaction while active, she heals all of your party members and nearby allies for 300 HP, which is garbage. But she will also heal an additional 1.2 HP for every point of elemental mastery she has. So she might actually be really good with some elemental mastery swords, if you're trying to end up using her as a healer, which I would highly recommend, just because, I mean, having a healer, especially in the Inazuma area, so Favonius Sword might not be the absolute best option, personally speaking. Anyways, moving on to the artifact stack, of course, you're just going to end up using a 4-piece Venner, basically, just because she's triggering a swirl so much. And the fact that she ends up having that elemental infusion, which is a similar mechanic to Kazuha, which is one of my mains, is really, really good because it means that she can shred shields even if her damage output is not going to end up being high enough to full-on kill anything. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, constellations, they don't seem to have. As far as talents are concerned, I'd recommend you level up her E ability like nobody's business. That's pretty much the top priority ability that you want. Her ultimate ability, yeah, sure, if you want to end up using this, it can end up healing, as you can see. If the HP of a nearby character is above 70%, it'll attack nearby enemies, dealing Anemo damage. But if there are active characters on the field with 70% or less HP, then it will end up healing. So it's kind of similar to a Bennett's ultimate ability, where it heals, even though that's not really what anybody uses it for. But either way, absolutely amazing character. I cannot believe how crazy she is. Her stats kind of suck for this trial, too, but I guess that's just because they have crazy elemental energy on her. And come to think of it, they actually have an insane amount of elemental mastery. Jesus. Maybe she levels up with elemental mastery. I'd have to double check. Anyways, this is going to end up being all of our Ascension materials, so you guys can check a link in the description to download that if you want. And then otherwise, once again, it's entirely up to you if this is a character that you want to end up rolling for. Personally speaking, I just think that she is a lot of fun and just so stupid. I can't help but not get her just for the meme. But again, it's entirely up to you. Thanks for watching, gamers. Smash like, sub for more, buy the merch you want, support the channel, and have a great day.